So I just left one of my customers. He got like a little sample pack from me. So I'm on my bike again. And the reason why I am is because my freaking door broke now. Always something, right? But as long as I can keep it moving, I'm good. Nobody will believe me. I'm going to show you a picture of my door. My customer came, and if you see this, I know, right? It's not his fault. My door wouldn't shut. And it did that. It wouldn't shut back and forth. So he was like, oh, I'll fix it. I'll help you with it. And I said, okay. So when he went to go pull it, the whole damn door fell off. The string, it's a van, it popped. Here it is, I'll show it to you.
What I can't do.
Out of all your years, what are you learning from all of this? What is this trying to teach me? Get on the internet? I asked God to let me leave Livingston years ago. I think it was about 2 years, and it was granted. Some girls tried to take over my spot, and the way they came so disrespectfully, like I owed them something and didn't even know any of them. And they didn't know me. They just loved what I was doing and wanted to take over where I was at. The truth. Beat it if you don't want to hear it. Bye. But in all along, that was my plan to get off, right? So I'm not there. I said I wanted to get off Livingston and start a business online and this and that. I do both, right? So that's why I'm online. That's what this is teaching me. Whatever you scripted, whatever you wrote down, follow through. See, I don't know why it's not shutting all the way now. There's nothing in the way of it, is it?
Don't see nothing.
Me either. As soon as you unlatch it, it's gonna just fall apart, you know. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm scared to drive it because it might fall off. Yeah.
Right.
While I'm driving.
I can
It's a manual door, but as long as it's shut flush, or I don't know.
Want me to leave this on? Oh, you want? You ain't gonna take? You gonna take? Can you get to that bracket part right there?
That's what I was trying to see what I could do without.
Looks like it's in there. What age did you stop crying at? It will pass. It will pass. It will pass. I don't want my son to see me cry. It will pass. If I just told you, you might not even believe me. I am so serious. I am going through a lot of stuff, right? I come on camera and I show you my oil fragrances and what I'm doing and how to sell them. I don't know if you want to sell them or not. I don't know if you just want to buy them. You see my video and run off and buy something from somewhere else. I don't know what you're doing. But at the end of the day, I feel some kind of way because so many things have been happening and it leads me back to me and what I say. What we say makes a difference in what we do, right? Or does it? What we say makes a difference in what we do. Yeah. But the main thing is decide. Out of all the things you say, you got to decide what it really is, right? And I think all the things that's been happening to me is because of my story and what I've been telling myself and going against what I've been telling myself. You ever go against what you tell yourself? I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then nothing comes of it. You just don't do it. I hate that shit. Because it is. It's a bunch of SHI. My transmission went down. I was riding my bike. Thank you for saying, you know, just reaching out and feeling some kind of way, even if you didn't say something. I know you're there. Then after the transmission goes out, I meet my customer. I had my transmission fixed, right? I go to meet my customer, and we're talking and everything. And my door, I have a Nissan. No, I don't. That was back in the day. My mind is just like everywhere. But I'm going to talk to you today. I'm not going to hang up the phone and say, oh, yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'll do it tomorrow. That's why I'm not consistent with you, because I'm not open and honest with you. And now I am. Because, like I said, if I didn't show it, you may not believe it. He gets the oil from me. We talk. I have a van. It's a 2005 Honda Odyssey. Good van, and I bought it from one of my customers. My whole life is like my customers. You know, I always say that. My customers, my customers, my customers. There's people that I meet, they like and greet me because I was passive in my business. And I even put a little link below where you could see business styles. What is your business style if you want to be a business? Get down to it in 2025. What is your business style? What do you like? What are you a business owner? Or do you even have what it takes to be an entrepreneur? Or wear fragrance? Anyway, my van, the 2005 Honda Odyssey. He buys the oil, and my door, the Odyssey, it slides. It's a sliding door. It slides on both sides. This is the passenger side where I'm driving, and the other side. I get out of my door, I go talk to him, we're talking, and then I go to the other door. Well, it had a problem anyway, because it did. It was like the string. There's a string, like if you know anything about a sliding door, if you have a van or anything like that, it's a sliding door. But there's actually a string that is ajar to it, and it goes back. So when it slides, I guess that's string, and it's like a bracket, like a pulley. Well, anyway, that was stuck. So I pulled the door back a little bit. But this time, I pulled it back a little bit too far. So I got the oils out of my car, you know, gave it to him. We were talking and all that. And I said, oh, my door. And I was pouring the oils, because I pour the oils. I don't just have them in the bottles for people. That's not how I started off. I pour them as they're like a bar. I was a mixologist. I was a bartender before. Made good money doing it. But I stopped drinking. That's not why I was a bartender. I stopped drinking before I was the bartender. But I used to drink. You know, I used to be at the bar, getting my drink on and getting too much of it on, okay? But that was in the past. So I started pouring oils, whole different ingredient, right? Whole different mixture, whole different monster, right? Whole different mesh of goodness. It was a different pour. It was a different pull, the way I pulled on my car. It went back too far. So after I poured the oils and everything, he said, oh, let me help you with your door. And when he pulled it, like I learned later, he pulled it out. So instead of just pushing it flush and trying to like jam it, you know, like he did, you know, like it was, like it should have been. Well, he pulled it a little bit out. And when he pulled it out, the whole friggin' door popped off. So in shock, we both were. We both looked at each other like, well, what the hell? The whole door popped off. So why? Why would a freaking Honda Odyssey van door would just pop off? Anyway, I deem it that he's strong and Hercules, but other people deem that the door was going bad anyway, which it was, but it wasn't off the track and all that. It was just off like it was Mr. Hulk. The door just came off. So he stayed and, had tried to help me fix it and everything, called the mechanic up and everything like that, and, on the phone and different things. But at the end of the day, it was still off. So he was like, I knew I shouldn't have helped you with it. He tried to follow me home. I didn't want him to, but he cooked it up some kind of way where I was able to go 10 miles an hour and make it to my house. It wasn't that far away, but the turns and the twist and all that, I was driving 10 miles an hour. I just threw my hazard lights on, like, bump it. Here, they're on. And, people were nice that day, so that's good. I just went around. They went around me. But I got back to my house, and it was, kind of going on dark. And I just couldn't believe it. Like, I just reminisced on that and was thinking, like, why is this happening to me? I even put it in a clip, like, why is this happening to me? What am I learning from this? And I think what I'm learning from it, don't get me wrong, things happen. SHI happens to a lot of people. But this the transmission, then the door going like that. I chalk it up to, what is this teaching me? It's teaching me to know that I am. And it's what I say I am, right? It's what you say you are, right? So I say I am abundant. I said abundance is my birthright, right? I was saying that. If you watch my old videos, I was saying that before when I had my son on the videos. My son will be 18 soon. And I am abundant. But sometimes we forget. We don't remember. My door came off, so I knocked on my neighbor's door, and he said, yeah, I'll look at it in the morning. So I was like, okay. Well, the next morning came, and I wasn't patient enough. So I was just tripping. My mind, like, oh, my goodness. So I was on my bike again. That's why I showed I was on my bike again. And I met a customer, dropped his stuff off. Sometimes my customers don't like to be on camera. I asked them, they don't like to be. One person even got mad at me. Anyway, all of this to say, I haven't been keeping it real. I say I want to get online. When that stuff happened to me on Livingston Avenue, and I wasn't set up out there anymore, and the way that all of that transpired, that was me. I brought that along. I was journaling, writing, thinking, imagining. Not how it would be, just imagining the thought of me leaving Livingston. Because I think after the 16th, 17th year, I got tired of the cold, because I could show you how to dress in the wintertime to feel comfy. But I just got tired of the cold, the wind, and then sometimes when people would be out there, and by the way, people didn't stop at me in the wintertime because they felt sorry for me. They stopped because they wanted a quality oil, and they knew I was serious because I was out there consistently. So it wasn't because they felt sorry for me. That's a bunch of BS. And whoever says that, they're weak, and they're just envious that they can't do what I'm doing. And that's all it is. To say, oh, people only stop with you in the winter because they feel sorry for you. No, they don't. People don't spend their money on they feel sorry for you. For me, if I'm out there, they saw me in the summertime. They could have stopped then. Anyway, it's a great way to market yourself. Starting a business outside is something to think about, especially if you're in like the Netherlands or somewhere nice, or somewhere where the weather gets, not too cold, or maybe when it does, because I did it for over 2 decades, and I'm a female. And there's nothing mannish about me. I like men. I'm strictly dickly, So it's all in what you want to do. But I scripted and said so many things. And what was my thing? I wanted to get off Livingston and do an online business, be online more. And I haven't been doing that. I haven't been coming online consistently. Maybe you've asked me a couple times, oh, come online, say this, say that. And I don't do it. And it's not because I don't like you and don't want to be bothered. It's because of my mind. I'm hand to hand. People here are saying things to me. They're calling my phone and everything like that, But what I do is the fragrances. And that's why I even opened up this channel to show people what I was doing with fragrances. That was the main thing. But mine's are oils. I don't do the alcohol. I used to love anise. I don't get anise anymore. I have it in the oil, but it takes a different turn without the alcohol and all the other ingredients on it, so I just stopped buying it. But I love fragrances. If I go places, I smell them, Some places I do, but because I have my own and I've establish a relationship with manufacturers and people that sell them in bulk and, you know, all kinds of stuff, then I just get my own. And by the way, as speaking of selling bulk, I sell in bulk. I sell bundles. But if you want to know where I get my stuff from and who exactly I go to, let me know. Send me an email. Chat with me on my website, and there's a fee, and I'll let you know how much it costs, and you can get everything I do in my business and then repeat it for yourself. That's fair. That's the way I'm doing it. My door got fixed though on my van, so that was good. I got impatient, like I was saying. I got impatient, and my brother was called. I got impatient, was thinking, and, you know, just overthinking and everything. But I didn't knock on my neighbor's door and say, come on, hurry up. Didn't you say you was going to help me with my van? I just said, let me chill. Let me just relax. Because I know. And because I started a business outside over 2 decades, I remember that. And I'll never forget it. And even if I wanted to, my customers wouldn't allow. You know, they wouldn't. What are you doing? Give me my such and such. Here, I'll prepay you. You know, so, but you're here too. And I got to remember that. And from now on, I will. Come with a fragrance of the day or say something, because a lot goes on in my life. And I can put on the camera and say hello to you, and I can go live too. I just don't know when, but it doesn't matter. I don't need anybody's permission. I didn't need anybody's permission to go outside and sell oils, and I don't need it to be here either. I need no one's permission. It's me. So please accept my long rant about why things happen. Things happen a lot of times because it's what you're saying. You know what I mean? It reminds me, like, why is this happening to me? It makes me think about all the things I said I wanted to do, all the things I know I can do and will do. That's why things are happening. It's to sit your ass down and start thinking. Sometimes you got to be still and sit down. And my transmission breaking and my door breaking off, my van, the whole freaking door off. That sits you down. It makes you think like, damn, even if you drop a tear or two, you're sitting down. The fragrance of the day today, just say the fragrance, because as soon as I get off of here, that's what I indulge in. That's what I'm about. And if you watch this channel, you like fragrances too, but I just start talking about other things. But I am the brand, you know what I mean? That's the way it is. And you can brand yourself too. You can start a business outside. You could make a YouTube channel. You could start selling mirrors. You could start dog sitting. There's so many things that you can start doing if you want your own business while you're working a 9 to 5. Because I hated my 9 to 5 after, 8 years though. And I had other jobs too, but I moved out of the town. I was dating a person that, you know, he didn't want me to do this or do that. Or I was dating a person that, you know, I was always checking on him, late for work, and just all kinds of bullcrap. But that's in the past. But right now, this present moment, a lot of things has been happening to me. And I think it's because I didn't do what I said I was going to do. That's what it is too. And it's getting online. It's sitting me down. Because a lot of people are online. They're working their jobs, doing this and doing that, got their kids online and all. But and they're getting online. I'm watching them. So, yeah, there's no excuse. It got my mind together. That's what happened. It got my mind together. It sat me down and made me remember what I said I wanted to do. You know, you get, especially when you have children, you could say, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. As soon as you see that baby, I have 4 grandchildren. So adorable. As soon as you see that baby, all your stuff is out the window. And that's what I've been doing. I set up outside with a lot of pride, privately. Because my pride was internal. Oh, God's going to help me and do that. And God did. You know what I mean? And a lot of it is the God in me. Remembering what you want to be. And be it. So we're going to talk soon. We're going to talk soon. Let me see. I'm in here, and I set up my table, too, for everything, because I'm going to be doing an online live shopping, too. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff, but I got a couple things going on. We got the original Egyptian musk, as usual. I got some of that going on. I'm going to introduce that. And what did I say? I said the fragrance of the day was, what did I say? The fragrance of the day. Did I say? I don't even know if I said it, but fragrance of the day is Libre. I'm just off the top of my head, Libre.